Yo, what's up, y'all? Tonight is an impromptu review of the Flatface J Linehan wheels. I feel like they're very underrated. So, the ones I have specifically are the Black River shape editions. They also used to make the Flatface G4 shape, but in the same material, and they were appropriately called the J4s. These ones are different. These ones are the Flatface BRR shape or whatever, but they're made from the J Linehan material. So when it comes to like all the wheels I have, like I would definitely put the G8s like number one, and probably these in like a close number two. The only downside about these wheels is because they're so soft, the bearing lock isn't as strong as other wheels. So like two of them, or now three of them now, have a little bit of a give when I go to pull them off, from the axle, just a little tiny bit. So it seems like the bearing lock may be in the beginning stages of failing. I'm not quite sure. But either way, they still function really good in the time being. And I have them on this setup here that is kind of like a realistic setup, I guess. It's got the RealWear graphic. I got 32 millimeter trucks, homemade bushings, and the J4 wheels, which I like these wheels because the color they have really kind of makes them look like a real skateboard wheel. They don't look like bright white, brand new all the time. They kind of have like a yellowish off-white look to them. And over time, they'll get darker. When I got them, they were a little bit lighter. I keep my wheels pretty clean though, so they could be darker, but if you were to always be riding them outside or always be riding them on like, dirty parks or rough surfaces, they definitely pick up dirt pretty quick, faster than a lot of my other wheels, and they weather quite nicely. And the screech is just insane with these wheels. So they're supposedly plastic, but they function just like urethane. Like it reminds me a lot of that old butter commercial. I can't believe it's not butter. But with these, like it's just, I can't believe it's not urethane. Because they literally feel and look and sound and behave just like urethane. Like there's really no difference between these and my ill pill urethanes or my abstracts. They all feel like these wheels I kind of categorize all in the same category because they all really feel the same to me. So yeah, supposedly they're plastic, but they feel just like urethane. So if you want to try out like a flat face wheel but you really don't want plastic at all, this is a really good option to get because it's a really solid wheel and it's definitely very different from everything else in the flat face catalog. One other downside I kind of noticed with these wheels is because they're so soft, it kind of seems like they maybe take away a little bit of the pop that I install them on, on whatever setup I have them on. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like I had them on a setup before this one. I can't even remember what it was now, and I kind of felt like when I changed the wheels from these to the new wheels, whatever it is, maybe it's the Chems deck. I don't know. I felt like it had more pop. And with this one too, I felt like maybe it had more pop before I put these wheels on here. I don't know, maybe that's not a correlation that really goes together. I have no idea, but it's just kind of something small that I noticed. But they still function very well. Like I said before, they're one of my favorite wheels. I'm really glad I have them. I have a couple other sets of wheels just sitting in my wheel box, just chilling. So I think the fact that I actually have these out on a setup and I'm using them daily just kind of says, how awesome they are, how much I like them. As far as the spin goes, that one spins a lot. They spin pretty good. I mean, I don't really put a lot of stock in that whole bearing spin thing. I think it's kind of bullshit. And these wheels spin amazing when you put them on the ground. That's really all that matters to me. And there's no clicking or anything like that. Some bearing wheels have a click after a while. I've had these for at least since December, and they still feel pretty much like they did out of the box. The only thing difference is now is the bearing locks are starting to kind of give way a tiny little bit on the wheels. One thing you can kind of do to combat that is rotate the wheels. So I notice the ones in the back definitely take more abuse than the ones in the front. So you can switch those out every couple months or every couple weeks or so to kind of combat the bearing lock slipping. But I've had them for a long time, a couple months, at least since December. And I mean, really, they still function like they did. So even though the bearings are starting to slip a tiny bit, it doesn't really seem to affect the function very well or very much yet. And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to stuff on my setup starting to fail. I take that shit pretty seriously, OCD wise, and I want to get that swapped out immediately. So the fact that it's not bothering me probably won't bother you. I don't know. I noticed they are sold out right now, unfortunately, so if you want to get them, it's probably going to be secondhand or something. But if you can get them brand new, definitely do that. They're definitely worth it brand new. I like them a lot. They're very different than a lot of other Flatface wheels. Very unique, but they function just as good. So yeah, I guess that's really about it. I don't want this video to get too long, but a lot of people ask about these wheels when I post them in little short videos and stuff, so I want to make a video kind of talking about them a little bit because I like them so much, and they're, you know, part of my everyday setup crew. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, check out the website too, anxietyoffline.com. I just stocked a bunch of new graffiti supplies. There's obstacles up there. I got some wheels for sale too. I got some abstract wheels. They're awesome urethane wheels, 64D. I like mine a lot. I'm tempted to open up one of the packs I have if no one buys them because I really want the green wheels. They look insanely dope, so someone should buy those so I don't have to open them. Thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.